All right, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Jock Talk WI.NC podcast. It's a good day to be a Packers fan, obviously. Brock, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I bet Carlos back there is doing great. Ask Carlos, how is he doing?
How you doing, Dad?
I'm good.
He's
He's
good.
he's great. Don't let him lie to you.
Oh, that's right. He joined Facebook today. He
Oh
made his
boy,
first ever Facebook post. It was how about them Cowboys? LMMFAO. So
that's gonna get 1,000 retweets and likes on Facebook.
that's right. That's right. So I mean, let's hop in. Let's hop right into it. Why don't we? I mean, sorry, you can tell I'm losing my voice a little bit after Mason Crosby's not one,
We won by 6.
two clutch kicks. As Carlos would say, we won by 6.
Yeah, we'll start it off a little bit. Go a little retro on us with the old Packers trivia
Let's
that
get
we
it.
that we love to do.
Presented by
It's really not, but
Miller Lite.
it's really not. But if Miller Lite you're watching, you can
That was a
sponsor us.
clutch save there.
Yes, it was. Never drop a beer. No party fouls here. All right, Matt. Can Carlos hear me?
No, I have my headphones in, but I will read the question.
All right. When the Packers played their first game, the league was not called the NFL. What was the name of the league?
What was the NFL called when the Packers played their first ever game, Dad?
We'll find out after.
Oh, there's not multiple choice?
No, there's no multiple choice.
Okay.
We will find out at the end of the show, so stay tuned. And let's jump right into this Packer game. I know you
Get it.
you watched pretty much almost start to finish.
90% of it.
90% of it. I watched the whole thing. And takeaways first, quick. I think we both tweeted. I know we both tweeted something that was the big takeaway or the big prediction of the game. I said my tweet was Packers need to win the third down, and
Oh, absolutely.
and did we? And sure enough, we won. What was your big takeaway that we needed to do and they did?
You know, as a whole, I predicted 34-17 Packers. But my prediction was Jared Cook has a big game. Oh, let me tell you.
What?
After that, the sack on Aaron Rodgers, I was thinking, might have to settle for overtime. But then Jared Chickenhead Cook, going back to his Buffalo Wild Wings days, he came up with one of the most clutch situational catches that I have ever seen.
Definitely.
Jared Cook finished with 6 catches, 104 yards, and a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers has been praising him. Everybody's been praising him these last 8 weeks now. The big difference in the turnaround is, I know one of your other predictions was Ty Montgomery has a big game. He didn't have a big game stat-wise, but he made an impact. That screenplay on their last drive, he could have been caught. He could have been tackled for a 1-yard gain or a loss. But what did he get? 12 yards on it.
Yep.
And Jared Cook the next play with one of the great clutch catches in Packers history.
Definitely.
Long storied history. And then Mason Crosby, 2 clutch kicks. You can check out the videos on our Twitter page, on our Facebook page. I mean, like I said, you can tell I'm losing my voice a little bit. It was watching Dak Prescott press conference right now. He looks sad.
Well,
Mason Money Crosby.
yeah, I mean, you give it up to Dak. He's a young quarterback. He down, what was it, 18?
Yeah.
Some points. He came back. We got to give Dallas credit. As much as we both probably hate Dallas. I know I hate Dallas.
You know what? I don't hate Dallas. I mean, they're not the Patriots.
Okay,
I mean, the Patriots,
true. I hate Dallas fans.
They're not the Seahawks.
I hate Dallas fans.
Touche.
So
You know what? Speaking of that, we had a bunch of these on Twitter in the late third, fourth quarter of the, we're going to lose. Packers are going to lose. Tweeted back at one of them. Couldn't hold myself back. It was a Packers are going to lose. Told them straight out, why don't you just join the Dallas Cowboys bandwagon? You can't give up hope as a Packers fan when you have a bad man.
Yeah, I mean, you say bad man. I mean, you look at just the last pass itself across his body, running away from the play.
Not set, not square.
No.
Throwing against.
That was a dime. It was one of Aaron Rodgers' probably best throws of his career.
Outside, who needs a Hail Mary when you can place it on the sideline to a tight end?
Hey, cross that off. Hail Mary. It's called Hail Aaron now. There is no such thing as a Hail Mary. Hail Aaron. He has three of 5. You could say 4 of 6, even with this last one. He just threw it up to Jared Cook, hoping he caught it right on the sideline, and sure shit, he does. And, I mean, it's a dime. I mean, I think you look at all aspects of the game. There's a couple of really bad defensive calls that we had, like a couple suspect defensive play calls, like Bryce. I believe I texted you. They attacked him one play. Dez got an easy catch. Gunter, sorry. Gunter had beat hard by Dez Bryant. Then the next play, you don't give him help.
Let me say this though: what is he? Ladarius Gunter, is he a rookie or is he a second-year guy? Either way,
he's a rookie.
He's a young player. Last week, they doubled Odell Beckham, maybe a quarter of the game. He held up great. This week, Dez Bryant didn't hold up as good. But what I'm seeing out of this, you leave a rookie on 2 of the top 10 receivers in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's struggling at times, but they're leaving him on an island, and he did not blow the game. That shows the confidence that they have in him, and I think that's going to give him confidence not only going into next week, but going forward.
Yeah, definitely. Look at the game as a whole. I've seen a lot of people tweeting that Demarius Randall is trash. You know what? I don't think Demarius Randall is trash. I don't think he's a very good player. I think there's a little bit in me that says he might not know the whole playbook, or they're making defensive switches that he doesn't hear, because we've seen him get beat a couple times thinking he has safety help, but then he doesn't.
There were a couple times you can tell Demarius Randall, I think he's stronger in man coverage than he is in zone.
Definitely.
It showed on that last drive from Dallas, Jason Witten to Jason Witten to Jason Witten, or the second to last drive, excuse me. But he gets beaten man coverage this year often. Last year, he was a great rookie. Sophomore slumps, they happen. I'm not out on Demarius Randall and Quentin Rollins, but they need to step up. That's for sure.
I think definitely this is also a huge week for the Packers, because, I mean, we got this win 34-31 with a lot of missing pieces that will probably be back next week. You look at it. You got Jordy most likely coming back next week. Quentin Rollins most likely coming back next week. Jerron Elliott. Morgan Burnett was out 90% of the game. You got Jerron Elliott, who is a beast off of the bench.
Not only that, but even on special teams.
Too.
You didn't really get to see a lot of punts returned and kickoffs. What were there? One kickoff return all game, and that was Kristen Michaels' mess up.
Yeah.
But I mean, you mentioned that you got. I know they were talking about the matchup between Mohamed Sanu and Julio Jones in the Packers secondary. But I mean, you mentioned it. Morgan Burnett is a big missing piece, not only on normal drives, but you look at dime formations or in goal line coverage. Morgan Burnett's not a defensive back; he's a linebacker.
Yeah, you looked at you saw the first play of the game. I think Morgan Burnett came off the edge and stopped Ezekiel Elliott for like a 1 or 2 yard gain, and that's something that they missed like the whole game because he has the speed, he has the talent to make those plays on big backs and fast backs and wide receivers and tight ends. Morgan Burnett is a bigger piece than a lot of people give him credit for because he doesn't make a lot of plays, but he does without you knowing it. He does his job.
He's
He's
like
in
a
he's in the right position at all times.
he's like
He's
a
never
catcher
wrong.
in baseball or an umpire or an official. You don't necessarily notice him until he's either not there or he does something wrong. But when he does so much right during the game that he
You don't notice it.
passed over a little bit.
It definitely helps the slot defenders like in nickel and dime. It helps the slot because Morgan Burnett can help. Like say they run the slant in and out. They know they have help. The slot guy knows they have help in the middle with if they're blitzing. They know they have safety help in the middle, and so they can play a little more aggressive on the outside. That's why
You mentioned the slot. You know who had a good game today?
Micah Hyde.
Him, obviously. I was thinking of another guy. He made a couple of big sticks. Kentrell Bryce.
He definitely laid the wood on a couple of these guys, and it was good to see. I mean, out of your what is he like
8th string cornerback?
Definitely practice squad at the beginning of the year, hitting Cole Beasley. I thought he was about to hit Cole Beasley into next week. I thought the ball was out.
Cowboys don't know what next week is. They're like going on a boat with Odell Beckham and the Giants or something.
They definitely could be because I mean next week for them is couch and popcorn for
That's right.
to watch the Packers Atlanta game.
That's my quarterback.
I'm waiting for that little interview that they got going. I mean, Dez,
Right.
Dez had a great game. We knew he was due.
He should.
He should every week. He beats 90% of the corners he plays, but they have to double him so much he doesn't get the looks, he doesn't get the touches, because he is open a lot more than a lot of people would give him.
There was one play that Des Bryant had today that was, I think, not a turning point, but it was a huge play for the Cowboys. Wasn't a catch. It wasn't a block. It was a tackle. Des Bryant tackling Micah Hyde on the interception on the screenplay. Micah Hyde was, or as old David Deal would say, Micaiah Hyde, he would have been gone for a pick six if Des Bryant wasn't alert to get his hand out and grab the jersey.
Yeah, you just look at that play, both sides of the ball. Micah Hyde was moving in that direction before the play was even snapped. He saw something coming.
Smart Big Ten player.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you look at him through Iowa, through the years that we've had him. We knew that's what we got him for. He's not the best athlete. He's not great with speed.
Not the fastest guy. He's not the strongest guy. He's not the biggest size.
But he studies every playbook that he is given at the beginning of the week. Like, here, this is who we're playing. This is their playbook. He knows that he'll probably know Atlanta's playbook by Wednesday. And
I heard that he's taking Matt Ryan's mom out on a date.
Oh, that's interesting. I think he should. Maybe post a picture on Twitter or Instagram. You know, like, hey, Matty Ice, I fucked your mom.
Oh yeah.
Just like
that's the kind of night it is.
Yes, it is. I think the Packers celebrate. I think this was a big win. I mean, you look at it, Packers fans, you look at it as NFL fans. Everybody, like you seen the experts or whatever, like, oh, we're all picking Dallas, but I've seen memes, I've seen everything on the internet. Everybody wanted Dallas to lose. Everybody. They said, tune in. Except Skip Bayless, who's up.
Skip Bayless.
Bye.
I can't, I'm not. We're going to talk about other media sources. Me and Brock, we are the media.
Probably your best source.
Probably. I mean, if you look at our records and our predictions, we're right up there.
Yeah.
I do prefer me some Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith as opposed to Skip and Shannon, but
I think Shannon's very good.
he is. I cannot wait to hear Shannon Sharp rip Skip a new one, and I cannot wait for Stephen A. Smith to rip Max Kellerman and Molly Karam a new one.
Yeah, it's just the ignorance of Skip Bayless.
Did you
And
see his after the game?
I did not.
It was, Dak Prescott outplayed Aaron Rodgers for most of this game, and I'm proud of the Cowboys for shutting down Aaron Rodgers after a 21-3 start, and this and that, and he's gonna come up with something tomorrow, along the lines of the Packers didn't win it, the Cowboys lost it.
Yeah, you say that, and it's definitely true. I don't disagree with you for 1 second that Skip Bayless will come up with some bullshit excuse that, like you said, Dak Prescott outplayed. Dak Prescott easily could have had like 3 or 4 picks. That one Bryce dropped, like it was into double coverage, hit him right through the hands. There's a couple.
Was it the very next play? The interception was that same drive. I don't remember if it was the very next play or 2 plays later, but there were. I'm gonna interrupt you a little bit here, but the officiating on both sides.
Yeah.
Packers got away with a couple of calls.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys got away with a bunch of holds. Carlos says more.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean, like it when I call him Carlos, but
Devontae definitely.
For our Twitter followers.
Devontae definitely got held multiple times. You could see
on that last drive, even there were a bunch of flags. I mean, you can't blame the refs. You can't call it on the last drive. It's same as in NBA. You can't call a foul on a game-winning shot, but they always say, "Oh, a game should be officiated from the first second till the last second," but it doesn't happen.
It doesn't, but I mean, yes, I definitely agree with you. The refs, I feel like we're trying to save the Cowboys a couple plays here and there, but I mean, Green Bay came out on top. And I think that might. I think next week, Roger Goodell might be like, we were supposed to let the Cowboys win. Everybody wanted the Cowboys to win, so we'll see next week. But the Patriots, whoever they play, if it's the Steelers and Chiefs, who are in a very close game right now, I see
9-7,
and the Packers and the Falcons. I mean, if it's
probably 1-2 an MVP vote.
Definitely, we'll see. I think this next week will determine who is the MVP.
I think the MVP votes are already in.
Are they?
I think they're already in. But
either way, it's the top 2 MVPs in the league. 1A and 1B. Your choice who you want, Aaron or Matt Ryan.
I want Aaron.
As do I. That was my MVP of the year. But you can't discount what Matt Ryan did this year with the Falcons. The yards. It was, if you look at it, it's a bunch of big plays. Huge plays. You eliminate the huge plays, he might not have a very good year. So, looking into next week against the Falcons, what is your key to the game that we are way ahead of schedule? But your key to next week's game in a Packers win.
Same as this week. Similar to this week. Limit big plays, stop the running game.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't necessarily say stop the running game. Stop the running backs. They are both running backs come out of the backfield more than probably any other team in the league outside of maybe Philly. Philly's running backs come out of the backfield a bunch. You look at Atlanta's most of their big plays are from their running backs out of the backfield.
The one thing I will say is they have some sneaky athletic tight ends. Austin Hooper, I'm pretty sure, scored against the Packers earlier this season.
Yep.
And then Levine Toilolo. It's a good blocker, good receiver. We need to watch out for the tight ends. But honestly, I think it's just limit big plays. And like you said, limit the running backs. I think obviously you have things like win third down, win the turnover battle. but I think it's limit the. I mean, they limited Zeke. He got to the edge a little bit today, but limit Tevin Coleman, limit Devontae Adams, but stop the big plays.
Yeah, exactly. You say that. Stop big plays. I think one of the big things I said this week was win the third down, win the big play battle. I think next week is win the time of possession battle, because we know both teams can slow it down. Both teams can score in a second and a half.
I would say, we agree on a lot of things, but the possession battle, I don't think it's going to be as big next week. Excuse me. Just for, I mean, you just said it. Atlanta can score in an instant.
Mm-hmm.
So time of possession might be one of those overrated stats next week.
See, I just think that it's just like what I mean. You watched that Houston New England game last night. Houston was in that game.
Still, Brock Osweiler threw 4 interceptions in the second half.
Yeah, that's what killed them. Outside of that, that's maybe a one possession game, because Tom Brady threw 2 picks in that game, which he had 2 all year.
One of them was not his fault, but I mean, not making excuses for Tom Brady.
But I mean, 2 picks. It's 2 picks, and it was deep in the Houston territory where they could easily have put up 7 points. But
absolutely.
But I put this picture out on Facebook. The Patriots quarterbacks that they've played ever since Tom Brady came back. Their best quarterback they faced was Russell Wilson, and lost to Russell Wilson. And then outside of that, it's maybe Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco's team was okay this year.
Decent. But not playoff.
You got Cody Kessler twice. Once was it? Either way, I mean, you can go look on our face.
Jets twice and the Bills twice. Let's go with
that.
Yeah,
there you go. So, I mean, you look at the quarterbacks Tom Brady's faced. He hasn't faced an Aaron Rodgers. He hasn't faced a Ben Roethlisberger. You could even argue that.
Even speaking of Aaron Rodgers, you look at it. Dallas twice now.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants twice now.
Yep.
Matthew Stafford twice. 3 times. Well, yeah, twice. You look at Sam Bradford and the Vikings. Sam Bradford set a record for the most or the best completion percentage in NFL history. You look at Matt Ryan, which is going to be twice now. The Packers have had a rough Andrew Luck, Marcus Mariota. The Packers have had a rough road, but you know what however many it is in the wagon now, and however many 2-legging.
Yeah.
7 in the wagon, 2-legging.
Yeah, definitely. That's Ha Clinton Dix's go-to saying right there.
That's right.
Yeah, we got two games ahead of us. So far, it's looking like you look just at the first half of the Packers. We thought we were going to run away with it. I knew there's 2 halves of every game.
Absolutely.
So, as fans, we wanted that 28 to what was it 3. We wanted that. It was like, but we knew it's a tale of 2 halves. We knew Dallas was going to make a couple big plays. So, as a fan, I couldn't talk any crap until Mason Crosby hit that field goal.
Absolutely.
But it's a fun game to watch. I mean, every other game this postseason, you look at it, was kind of laughers. Because you look at the Houston-Oakland game. How many people watched that? Maybe 50? Who'd you have? Pittsburgh and Miami. No one watched that. Green Bay Giants was probably the most anticipated game of Wild Card Weekend, and that wasn't even a game. But this game with the Packers and Dallas, I think it was a big game for the Packers, especially.
Absolutely.
Big,
I mean,
big win. I mean, a win in the playoffs is especially very huge, no matter who you're playing. At Dallas, what made it even more sweet.
yeah. I mean, like winning on the road. We've talked about it in previous weeks. You go back to 2010, injuries, going on the road.
Road
Aaron
Warriors.
Rodgers being a bad man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you look at who we beat in 2010 and who we beat right now. We beat in 2010. We beat the Giants, Eagles, and Bears.
B.J. Raji,
Yeah.
the freezer.
I mean, we can. No, we didn't beat the Giants.
No, it was the Giants. You're right.
We also beat the Falcons that year. Falcons, Eagles, and the Bears. It was Falcons, Eagles, and the Bears. It was not the
I
Giants.
thought it was
I'm sorry.
Giants.
Nope, it was Falcons because remember Tremont Williams had that pick six to end the half. Falcons, Eagles, and the Bears. Eagles, Bears. Eagles, Falcons, Bears. One of those. Yeah, it was those three. I'm pretty sure.
But either way, I mean,
we can knock off the Falcons again. Giants was always our nemesis in the playoffs. They always knocked us out, so knocking them out is even a little more sweet than knocking a lot of people out. So we already knocked out the Giants, who had the number one defense for the last 5-6 weeks. Then we beat.
you look at people with the Cowboys; they had a decent defense.
They have a decent defense, and their offense was ranked up there, top 10, definitely. Running game. We gave up a couple big runs. Now we got the number one offense in Atlanta. Atlanta's offense is scary. Don't get me wrong on that.
They're multi-dimensional. A lot of people to say it's Matt Ryan, it's Julio Jones, but they forget about the running backs.
They really do. Your fantasy pick of the week or pick of the year was Tevin Coleman, and he's having a hell of a year.
Top 10, I'm pretty sure, in running backs. Yes, sir.
He's having a hell of a year. So like we said earlier, we have to limit the success of the running backs, which has been a struggle at times for the Packers. But
absolutely,
quick look at to next week. What is your prediction? Way too early. This is a prediction for now. We'll make our official prediction before the game because things change. Jordy might play. Absolutely. Players might play.
Julio Jones toe.
And we have Falcons just lost someone for the playoffs. They had just lost someone for the playoffs. I just seen it. We'll tweet it out. We'll do something, but prediction next week. Hurry, go.
My prediction as of right now is 31-27 Green Bay. And it's Adrian Claiborne.
That's right. That's a big loss for them. He was a big player
on the defensive line.
Definitely. So that definitely affects their whole scheme and what they have to do. We need to limit Vic Beasley on the offensive side. He can't get the pressure. He's been one of the top players on defense, definitely this whole year.
In the league in sacks.
Yep. So I think this next upcoming week we need to limit that. I think this one, I said it. You kind of disagreed with me. I think time of possession will play a factor in this game. Who can control the line of scrimmage and run the ball better? It's not best. It's just better. 80 yards, maybe 60, 70, 80 yards. Get those 5-yard carries on first or second down just to make it a third and manageable, 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2. So I have the Green Bay Packers winning this game. I do like the matchup. It was a high scoring last game. I think we might flip flop it a little bit. It might be a little more low scoring because of how much I mean, low scoring in the terms of the Packers and Falcons. Sorry,
Okay.
because I mean, I think it's a 24-20 Packers win.
So we got tentatively 24-20, and we have a 31-27 game.
That's way too early predictions. So, give us your way too early predictions and what you think the Packers and the Falcons game will consist of. Is it a high scoring game like maybe predicts, or more of a low scoring defensive battle that I predict?
We got a couple more things. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter show. We're going to tackle just the Packers, just the playoffs. This week we'll be back. In a couple of weeks we'll have some NBA.
Definitely.
Obviously we'll have the rest of the NFL.
College.
But
Pro Bowl week's a big week because we'll have nothing to talk about. I mean, we will. We'll have plenty to talk about on Super Bowl teams.
NFL draft coming up. I mean, in like 6 months.
Yeah.
But my favorite time of the year personally. But we do have our Twitter follower of the week. Our Twitter, like I said, it's a new segment we're coming out with. Figured why not highlight some of the guys or some of the gals who are a loyal follower to us. Twitter follower of the week, Brock.
Willie Beeman
at Leo Gibbs. Been a good follower, retweeting, tweeting along, favorites. So Willie Beeman on his page right now. You look at him sinking some jumpers. Go give him a look, give him a follow. At Leo Gibbs. That's at LeooGibbss.
Yeah.
Oh, Willie Beeman.
Yeah, Willie's been definitely one of our most adamant followers, especially retweets and likes. I mean, he tweets to us, we tweet to him. Good conversation.
Honorable mention.
Good conversation and everything.
Absolutely.
He
Honorable. Oh, go ahead.
he knows his sport, so he's a good follow, good one to just follow and retweet, like, follow, everything. Just go give him a like, give him a shout out, give us a shout out. Like, hey, we're following you because of Jock Talk. I mean,
that's right. Honorable mention to Coach Eric Custer, Auburndale High School at eCust23. Obviously knows the X's and O's. It's been nice tweeting along with him as well. So shout out Willie Beeman. Shout out Coach Eric Custer.
Yeah. If you guys want to shout out on our show, like us, follow us, retweet, join the conversation. We'd love to hear it from everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody, like, good conversation. You know your sports. Let's hear it. Let's get some more follows. As far as I know, we are close to that 200 milestone.
That's
I think we were at 198. So share us with your friends, like, that people love sports. Let them follow us. Bring us, like, just here. These guys are pretty fucking good. They're pretty funny, and I know they look good. So
hey,
the beard
rebranded as well.
Yeah, the beard does wonders.
Absolutely.
So, can't shave it until the Packers lose. So, lucky beard. Share the lucky beard. Let's get the hashtag going. Lucky beard.
Lucky beard, pink Sharpie.
No, not pink Sharpie. Pink Sharpie's gay. Lucky beard. Lucky beard for the Packers wins every week. Let's get it. Go Packers.
All right, with that, we got one thing left, Brock.
We got a couple things left, I think.
We got a couple things left.
Yeah, I mean, don't you want to touch on a little bit on the Patriots game? I want to touch on the Patriots game.
For me, it's as simple as this. Dion Lewis dominates. Brock Osweiler throws it away in the second half.
Yeah, you pretty much handled the whole thing. I mean, I don't even think Dion Lewis handled it. I mean, Dion Lewis almost threw away the game early in the game. He gave that big fumble. I mean, and then Brock Osweiler. I mean, you put maybe not any other quarterback, but you put a lot of the other playoff quarterbacks in that situation. That's 7 points. I don't care.
Other than possibly Matt Moore. I mean, Matt Moore is still an accurate quarterback, but
Yeah.
I mean, we posted this earlier in the year. Who's more likely to start for their team next year, Brock Osweiler or Blake Bortles?
Yeah, it's looking sketchy now. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I agree with you there. The Patriots whoever the Patriots face, either is it the Steelers or the Chiefs, is yet to be seen. I think the Steelers pull this one out. What's your prediction on that?
Prior to the game, I picked the Chiefs to win. I believe it was 31-28 was my prediction. I think
Looking like a low-scoring affair.
I think that I think Eric Berry outshines Ryan Shazier, and that's about it.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but right now it's almost halftime, 9-7 game. It's looking like a old school Steelers Chiefs grind it out, beat up. Just like who's going to win this game? Is it going to come down to field goals? It looks like we have a couple of better field goal kickers in the league right here. So Boswell and Santos.
Cairo.
Santos was my kicker.
Season kicker of the year.
Kicker of the year. So he might come up clutch one more time for me. But okay, say New England Steelers. What's the keys to that game? Just a quick little tidbit of
New England's got to limit Antonio Brown.
Definitely. I mean,
and Le'Veon Bell. Rephrase that.
I mean, that's an obvious pick. That's everybody's pick. You got to stop the big three. But flip that around. If Steelers want to make it to the Super Bowl, what do they have to do to the Patriots? We've seen the Patriots get a little bit of exposed.
You know what? For me, what they have to do is convert on third down. I mean, it's obviously convert on third down. And I think Jesse James is the key to that game. He's a big tight end. He's got strong hands. He makes clutch catches.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the key to the Steelers if they advance.
I think the key to the game is the defense. Whichever defense can pressure the quarterback more.
I mean, yeah, watch Tom Brady get hit and get up and cry about getting hit.
Yeah, he did that last week. I will say Houston gave them a run for the money. Even though it was a blowout, was it 34-16? That game was a lot closer than it should have been. A lot closer than the scoreboard says. Houston's defensive line controlled the game. So if Pittsburgh's defensive line and linebackers can control that game, they can, I won't say easily, but they can control the game and control their destiny to go to the Super Bowl. Absolutely. So I will say win the trenches. Whoever wins the trenches wins that game. But quick, we're gonna flip it. Chiefs win. Chiefs.
Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce.
Definitely, I think Tyreek Hill. I mean, if you kind of look at it, they're kind of using him like Ty Montgomery.
Absolutely.
I mean, Tyreek Hill runs like he's about to piss his pants.
It is so. It's so fitting that you said. I mean, Tyreek Hill had his questionable offseason, but I mean, you said it. He's going like he has to. He's got. It's hard to explain. You're right.
Yeah, like I said, I think he has to. He just run like he's about to go to the bathroom.
The police.
And whoa, that's a little racist. So that's why I said pee his pants.
I mean, you're not cool until you pee your pants.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to do it.
Absolutely. Who can blame you?
Not you. You told me to.
I wouldn't judge you.
Exactly. All right.
Anyways, the trivia brought to you by.
No, it's not brought to you by anybody. Don't
different.
Don't do that. We're gonna get fucking fined and gotta get lawyers and shit. Don't do that.
Our followers will pay for it.
No, probably not.
I have my guess though.
All right.
I'm not
All right.
sure what it is, but I was thinking.
Hang on.
The way I was thinking.
Hang on. Let me read the question for
Go.
everybody, just so they can remember real quick. Question number 2. In this new segment of Packers Trivia. It was when the Packers played their first game. The league was not called the NFL. What was the name of the league?
Let me tell you, I'm watching Eric Berry play for the Chiefs. I'm watching Ty Montgomery, and I'm thinking about Christian McCaffrey at Stanford. You know what both of those guys have in common? They're
No.
all Americans.
Oh.
That's my guess. The All-American League, or the All-American Football League, the All-American Football Conference, something along those lines.
What? Hang on. I'm gonna stop you real quick. What is Carlos's guess? I know the fans want to hear from Carlos.
His guess is the American Football League.
Did he actually?
Yes, the AFL. He's yelling, chewing on some sunflower seeds on his chair.
All right. You're wrong.
Both of us are wrong?
Both.
Both wrong.
American. You were close. It's the American Professional Football Association.
The American Professional Football Association.
APFA.
The APFA. Sounds like one of those sad Sarah McLachlan commercials.
Or the, what is the ADAA or whatever the fuck that is.
American Dodgeball Association of America.
Dip, dodge, duck, dodge, and dive.
That's right.
Well, I think that concludes our podcast this evening. A little shorter than usual, but, there's not a lot of games left. I know you and me.
Do a full show. If the Packers would have lost, probably would have been a little bit different. That's right. Represent. This isn't 51. That's number 12.
52, not 55.
That's right.
Or
that's
25.
Right. Other than that, we'll talk to you guys next week. Have another show when the Packers win against the Falcons. Otherwise, Brock, you have yourself a good night.
As do you. I mean, go Pack, go.